And Dishonored, another game. I bought it actually last year in the Steam summer sale. I forget, it was dirt cheap, but I never played it. I don't think I even installed it. But after seeing the Dishonored 2, I might have to. It looks good.
I really like the art direction of the first one. Played it quite a bit. Never beat it. But I think the reason I didn't do it is just because of my play style. I'm sort of a perfectionist, and so I wanted to go in there and have the no discovery kills. And so I ended up replaying a lot of the sections a lot to a fault, to where I got uninterested in it.
Bringing back Quake is obviously a huge game.
I think that they're taking a note from ID Software that brought back Doom, or did a remake of Doom.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that they keep the core gameplay unchanged.
Yeah.
Because that's what made Quake was the fast shooting and matches, and it really wasn't about balancing, which you hear so much these days about balancing the weapons or balancing this. It was basically run and gun, and you used different weapons, and some of them were slightly better than others, but it wasn't to the point where everybody was running around with the same weapon.
Yeah. Well, the thing with remaking a game like that is I think the majority of the audience is going to be people who've played it before. So if you change it, I mean, then they're going to, you risk, turning away everyone that played before and who's going back.
Right.
Looking forward to the nostalgia, I guess, associated with it. And we have more Fallout 4 DLC. We have Contraptions, which is coming out next week. Then we have Vault Tech Workshop coming out in July. And then Nuka World, which I don't think they gave a release date for that one yet. Contraptions looks pretty cool. I don't know if I'll get into it too much. Vault Tech Workshop, I think, would be really cool. That's something since Fallout 3 I thought would be awesome, as if you could go into a vault. It's always made sense that there were these vaults out there. I'm like, why can't you just go and set up a base in there? And now you can, so.
It's exciting to see the Elder Scrolls HD remake. Didn't really get into it. Enjoyed Oblivion.
Mm-hmm.
Just couldn't get into Skyrim, but it was a really good looking game, and the fact that they can make it even better looking is exciting.
I'm a little disappointed. Like you said, I loved Oblivion. I think it's my favorite out of the three. And I just thought it's kind of weird. Usually when you remake a game, you usually don't remake the newest one, but maybe it had sold the most. I mean, they think it's the most popular, so I don't know.
Oh, if they had done a remake or a HD remake of Oblivion, I'd have had it pre-ordered in no time.
Yeah, me too. And then we had the Elder Scrolls Legends card game, which those are becoming more popular. What's the name of the Blizzard one?
Oh, Hearthstone.
Yeah, Hearthstone. It's a really popular card game, so yeah, we saw a couple more of those come out. Elder Scrolls Legends being one, which I might check out, being a fan of the Elder Scrolls lore.
Another big announcement was Doom and Fallout in VR.
Mm.
The thought of that is pretty interesting.
If the Fallout one is like the game, that would be unreal.
The only issue I see with that is spending that much time in VR. I mean, I know with Fallout 3, I had easily over 200 hours into the game.
Yeah.
Spending 200 hours in virtual reality, it's pretty extreme. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's something I didn't really think about. Definitely have to have a comfortable headset.
Yeah. Now, Doom in VR, I don't know how long the Doom campaign is, but playing a game like that where you could go in and play for a half hour, 45 minutes, and get some carnage in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I could see doing that.
Yeah.
That would be exciting. and the fact that it's a little more of a intense game, being set in hell and everything, is exciting.
And they did announce a little more for Doom, more snap map support. Which snap map you can create your own levels and scenarios, which is pretty cool. More multiplayer modes. DLC Unto the Evil comes out in July, and you can also download the first level demo for free now, which I downloaded it, and I had issues. I don't know if it was my computer or what, but like I downloaded it and I would go into the main menu and it would freeze up, and which that doesn't seem like a computer issue, but
Yeah.
it freeze up, and I eventually got into the game and it was super laggy. Like I turned the graphics the whole way down, which I thought my computer would be able to handle it, and it was still laggy. So I don't know, maybe they're having issues with it, but.
Now we have Dishonored 2. The graphics of this look phenomenal. They even went as far as saying that they created a special graphics engine just for it, which I did play the first one, and I'd be willing to play the second one. It looks really good.
It stuck out to me when they showed it. It might be the best graphics I saw of all the games. And whenever I didn't know it was Dishonored 2, and they showed it, and I was just like, oh, this game's awesome. I might have to get it. It looks amazing. And then, like I said, I might have to play through the first one. The Elder Scrolls Online, they announced more content for it. Dark Brotherhood DLC, which is a huge one. I think that was a very popular quest line, especially in Oblivion.
Yeah, that has me almost wanting to pick it up and play it. The problem is with MMOs, if you don't start from the beginning, it's hard to get caught up. With especially with the people that have already been out there. So
yeah, to get to the DLC, you have to put a lot of time into it.
Yes, yeah. But I did like the Dark Brotherhood quest line. It's probably one of the most memorable in Oblivion, and I can remember playing it in Skyrim, and it just didn't have the same oomph.
Yeah.
That the quests in Oblivion had.
Yeah.
A little disappointing, but can't please everyone.
They also announced one Tamriel, which I guess they're going to change a little bit how the game works. I think the level content in the world goes to the player, I guess. So there's not really any boundaries. Like this is 0 to 10 and 10 to 20, which was big because whenever it first came out, I started playing. That's the thing you want to do in Elder Scrolls is you want to go explore, and it was a little disappointing that I couldn't go very far without getting my butt kicked. But
yeah, that's a interesting aspect to add to a game. Scale it to the player, which adds playability to all areas, and no areas become stale if the enemies scale to your level.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting concept.
Well, in the first area I started out in, I started to get tired of it, so I wanted to go explore. But I would move out and eventually get too far, and you have to try to avoid enemies because you die instantly, basically. So I think that'll make it better.